Hey guys, it's me, Atari3482. I know this isn't my usual kind of video. I'm trying something new, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. I actually think this one's gonna be a good one, so enjoy the video. Today we're diving into one of the strangest and most fascinating tanks ever built, the Soviet Union's Obiekt 279. It looks like a UFO, it weighs as much as a small house, and it was designed to survive a nuclear war. No, really. So what exactly is Obiekt 279? Obiekt 279, or Obiekt 279, if you want to sound extra Russian, was a Cold War era Soviet super heavy tank. It was developed in the late 1950s, a time when the world teetered on the edge of nuclear conflict. The Soviet military wanted something absolutely insane that could fight and survive in a post-nuclear battlefield, and that's exactly what they tried to build. It was designed at the Kirov plant between 1957 and 1959. The result? A tank that looked like it rolled straight out of a sci-fi movie. 4 sets of tracks, a wide oval hull, a 130mm cannon, and armor so thick it might as well be a bunker on treads. So, to start off, what even is a super heavy tank? Basically, it's what happens when engineers say, hey, let's build a regular tank. Now give it more armor. Now give it a bigger gun. Now give it even more armor. And, oops, it's too heavy. Wait, no, it's perfect. Super heavy tanks are usually very experimental, built to break through impossible terrain or absorb hits no other normal tank could survive. They've existed since around World War I, with the Flying Elephant, which honestly looked like a steel barn than a tank. And, of course, there's the infamous German Maus tank from World War II, basically a metal brick the size of a house with a cannon sticking out. Let's talk about those tracks. Obiekt 279 had 4 of them, 2 on each side. That gave it incredible stability and allowed it to move across extremely rough terrain. Soft soil, swamps, snowy forests, you name it. Places any regular tank would sink or get stuck, this thing was like an off-road monster, but with nukes in mind. It was powered by a beast of a 1,000 horsepower diesel engine. Despite it weighing over 60 tons, it could hit a top speed of 34 miles an hour and had a range of 184 miles. Not bad when you're hauling what's essentially a steel fortress. And that armor? We're talking nearly 16 inches of solid steel on the body. That's about a length of a subway footlong, or 2 iPhone 14s stacked end to end. Now imagine your car door being that thick. Yeah, the turret even thicker, with over 12.5 inches of armor. That's the length of an old school Lenovo ThinkPad laptop, but made entirely of steel. Now for the boom. The main cannon was a 130mm gun, capable of firing over 7 to 8 rounds per minute. Thanks to a semi-automatic loading system, it also came with a coaxial machine gun and a high-tech, for the time, fire control system, optical rangefinders, auto guidance, night vision, and even an active infrared searchlight for nighttime operations. This thing was built for World War III, specifically the nuclear version of World War III. With all that power, you'd think the Obiekt 279 would be the king of tanks, right? Well, not quite. There were 2 main problems. First, its insane weight. Even without a crew or ammo, it weighed around 50 tons. That made transport and maintenance a logistical nightmare. Second, politics. The Soviet premier, Nikita Khrushchev, was shifting focus away from the conventional tank. He believed that guided missiles were the future of warfare, and canceled most heavy tank projects, including Obiekt 279. So only 1 prototype was ever built, and it never saw combat. Obiekt 279 was a Soviet Union's bold and slightly unhinged attempt to engineer an ultimate post-apocalyptic war machine. It never saw the battlefield, but remains one of the most bizarre and ambitious tank designs ever conceived. Whether you see it as a failed experiment or a mechanical marvel, one thing's for sure, Obiekt 279 was truly out of this world. As well as out of my budget for War Thunder. because it's $1,200. Well, I guess that's the end of the video. Thank you all for watching. Really appreciate it. And yeah, time to listen to whatever I put in the background and look at the final title screen. Thank y'all for watching. Peace out.